If you've been struggling with how to retouch skin naturally in Photoshop, you're about to get the solution you've been looking for. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to retouch skin naturally in Photoshop. If you're a beginner or trying to level up your retouching skills in Photoshop, this video is really going to help you. My name is Ekodidia, by the way, and welcome to my channel. If you love videos like this, subscribe to this channel and don't forget to like this video. Without further ado, let's jump straight in and start editing. All right, so we have this image over here, as you can see. Yeah, so first off, you can see we have some pimples and stuff on her face that's not looking too nice. So we're first going to attempt to remove it. Yeah, so we are going to make a duplicate of the background layer by pressing Ctrl J. Like this, we have this layer over here. So we're going to use the patch tool over here to remove the pimples. So I normally call this basic cleanups. All right, so we're going to just circle and then drag to a much cleaner area. You circle like this and then drag to a clean area. So we're using the patch tool to do this. So you're just going to repeat this, just drag, circle, drag to a cleaner area like that. So just repeat this, keep going. Yeah, so I'm just going to speed this side up. So the reason why I normally love to use the patch tool is that it gives me manual control of where I'm actually editing, of how it gives me the control to where I move the pimples to. Like when I select it, it gives me the control to where I can actually place it. Yeah, which gives me that natural look. So actually going to take your time and then just keep circling and then dragging to a much cleaner area like that. Like that. So Ctrl 0 to zoom out. So let's check the before and after. So there's the before and there's the after. This is the before and there's the after. As you can see, we have a much better clean image to start building our retouch on. All right. So after this, we're now going to create our frequency separation adjustment layers. All right. So we are going to duplicate this layer. We're just going to click on it, this layer over here. We're just going to click on it and then Ctrl J to make a duplicate of it like this. Then we're going to come here. We're going to double click and then change the name to color like this. And then we're going to double click on the name and then change this to texture. That. So we're going to have the textures of the image on the texture, and then we're going to have the color also on the color, as you can see over here. So we're going to hide the texture layer like this. Click on the color layer. Then we're going to come here to filter, blur, Gaussian blur. Like this, we have our Gaussian blur over here. Then we're going to move the radius back. I think it was too much. So we're going to move it to a point where you don't see so much details on the image. Yeah, like that. So I think 6.6, 6.4 is okay. And you can see it over here. 6.4 is fine. So I'm going to maintain 6.4. Then I'm going to select OK, like this. All right. So now we're going to come to the texture layer now. We select the texture layer like this. And then we make it visible, as you can see. Then we're going to come to image. And we're going to move to apply image like this. So we have our apply image menu over here. So we're going to change the layers to color, and then we're going to keep this at RGB. We're going to come here, change this to subtract. We're going to keep the opacity at 100, the scale at 2, and then the offset at 128. As you can see, you're going to come here and select OK, like that. As you can see, our image is looking gray, but we're going to fix it in a bit. So we're going to come here, still with the texture layer selected. We're going to come to the blend modes over here like this. We're going to select and then move to linear lights. Yeah, we're going to come to linear lights like this. And just that, the image is back to how it was before. Yeah. So now we've selected, or we've separated the colors from the texture over here. As you can see, if you want this action created for you automatically, I have it in my digital store. You can check it out and then download. I have other LUTs and other color grading, and there are a lot of stuff over there. You can just check it out and then download anything that you want over there. But if you want this action created for you automatically, I have it in the store, so you can check it out, right? So afterwards, we're gonna select the texture layer and then hold Control, select the color layer, and then Control again and then G to put this in a group. So I'm gonna rename this group to FS, meaning frequency separation, as you can see. So we're gonna come here, make it open like this. Then we're gonna select the color layer. We're gonna use the color layer to actually edits, or yeah, we're going to work on the skin, like on the tones of the image on the color layer. Yeah, so to do this, we're going to use the mixer brush tool to do this. So we have the mixer brush tool over here like this, and we have the settings for the mixer brush tool at the top over here. So you're going to have to pay attention to this part because it plays a very vital role whenever you are retouching your image. All right, so we have this over here. You always have to make sure this is set to clean brush. Always make sure this is set to clean brush. And we have these two icons over here. Mostly people say when they brush on the image, they get a color. It's not supposed to happen like that. That is because that's because of these two things. So make sure this is deselected. The first one is deselected, right? This is smudge. You have to make sure it's deselected and make sure this is selected. I'm stressing on this because this is very, very important. A lot of people complain that whenever they brush, they get brush strokes happening on your image. It's because of these two things. So make sure this is selected, right? Then you're going to come here and then set this to custom. And then the wet at 52%, the load at 48%, and then the mix at 57%, and then the flow at 30%, as you can see over here. And then we're going to keep this at 10% as well. So the wet is likely to change with time depending on how the strokes are appearing on the image. So just keep that in mind. All right, so with that's done, let's come here and then start smoothing or retouching our skin. All right, so I'm using my Wacom Intuos pen and touch to do this. So with this done with a mixer brush tool, now we can start and then proceed to brush. All right, so all right, so with the open and close bracket keys, I'm going to use that to either increase the brush size or decrease the brush size. So I'm going to start on the forehead. Let me zoom in a little bit. So let me just start brushing gently on her forehead like that. Always make sure you take your time to do this. Some people normally close this or they hide the texture layer, and then they're going to have the image looking kind of blur like this. They're going to edit, but I prefer having it on always. And then make sure the color layer is selected when you're doing this, when you're brushing. That is the most important thing you should keep in mind. Make sure the color layer is selected, not the texture layer. All right, so let's proceed now. So I'm going to come here, then brush gently like that on her skin using the mixer brush, using the open and close bracket keys to either increase or decrease the brush size. All right, so you always make sure you are brushing within the tones of the image. Don't drag or don't brush the midtones into the shadows. Don't brush the highlights into the midtones. Just take your time and then just keep brushing to get the best results. All right, so over here, I'm going to decrease the brush size like that. And then you just keep brushing. So I'm going to speed the side up. Yeah, I'm going to be back very soon. All right, guys, so this is what we have it now. Let me zoom out and let's check the before and after. So we're gonna come here. There's the before and there's the after. This is the before and then there's the after. As you can see, our image is looking smooth. The skin is looking nice, much better than it was before. Let's check the before and after again. So this is the before and then this is the after. So now let's come to the texture layer. We're gonna click on a texture layer like this, and then we're gonna use this tool over here, that is a spot healing brush tool, to do our next step. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to try to clean up the textures in the image, right? Sometimes there's so much texture at one side that it's not looking so nice, just like this side. As you can see, the textures are just a little bit too much. So we're going to try our best to remove some of the textures out of the image to make it more smoother. So we're going to zoom in by pressing Alt and then using the scroll button on your mouse to just zoom in. All right, so I'm going to increase the brush size a little bit. So make sure it's on content aware over here like this, and then the mode is at normal. Then we're going to come and then just brush on the texture, on the textures that you don't want. This does it automatically for you. So you just brush on any texture that you don't want, and it's just going to remove it for you automatically like that over here. So you're not going to overdo it. You're just keeping the natural stuff happening, but then you're just removing the excess ones. Yeah. So if you're enjoying this video and you are not subscribed yet, kindly subscribe. Yeah. Don't forget to like as well. So you're just going to go ahead and then just make sure the brush is as little as possible, not too little, but just big enough to cover the textures you are trying to clean. All right, so you're just gonna go ahead like that. Just take your time with it. I think it's looking okay. So now let's come back to the color layer over here. Click on the color layer like this, and I'm going to change the tool over here to the mixer brush tool like this. Then I'm gonna just brush over it to just smoothen things out a little bit more. Just trying to bring in some dark tones from her eyebrow. So yeah, makeup is very subtle, it's not too much. So just playing around with it to get the natural look. Yeah, so let's brush it in like that. We're gonna come to this side as well. We're just gonna brush it in. As you can see, this time around, I'm not zoomed in, I'm zoomed out. So sometimes you don't always have to zoom in to do with a mixer brush tool. You have to zoom out and then you make sure it's looking as uniform as possible. Sometimes when it's too zoomed in, you're not going to see the parts, or sometimes you might be doing something so close, like the image is zoomed in, so you won't see it. So our advice, whenever you finish doing everything to zoom in, you zoom out and then you try your best to try and then blend things into each other as well, so that your image will look the best. Zoom out. Yeah. So now let's check the before and after. So before and then the after. So this is the before and this is the after. As you can see, our image is looking very nice. Let me zoom out once more and then check if everything is okay. All right. So let me just quickly blend this side in. As you can see, I increased the brush size. This side, this particular part plays a very big role. A lot of people don't know this, but then it plays a very big role. So I'm going to advise anybody watching right now that you always make sure you zoom out and then you blend things in to each other to get the best result. Yeah, like I'm doing over here. All right, let me zoom in. All right, so our image is looking good. Our image is looking good now, so we can proceed from here and then add your dodge and burn and other stuff to it. So this is what we're having now. Just want to say a big thank you. If you enjoyed this video, you can check out other videos on this channel right over here. Yes, so thank you so much for watching. See you guys in the next one. Bye for now.